deep inside a cold, shadowy cave hidden beneath towering cliffs. Misha the ferret struggled through painful labor while icy winds whispered through the darkness outside. Heavy breathing echoed through the den as fierce maternal instinct awakened inside exhausted Misha, preparing to protect her unborn children at any cost. One by one, tiny hairless kids entered the world blind, weak, and completely helpless beside the warmth of their devoted mother. Misha gently welcomed each newborn into the world using careful loving bites and soft rhythmic grooming across their fragile bodies. The tiny kids squirmed desperately through the darkness, searching instinctively for warmth while Misha wrapped herself protectively around them. Soft chirping cries echoed across the cave while hungry newborns latched onto the warm milk of Misha beneath the quiet shadows. Exhausted but peaceful, Misha closed her eyes briefly and embraced the sacred moment of motherhood deep inside the hidden den. But danger arrived immediately when a dark slithering shadow silently approached the cave where vulnerable newborn kids rested beside Misha. Sensing extreme danger instantly, Misha sprang upright while a gigantic king cobra slithered aggressively into the territory of the young family. The enormous serpent expanded its deadly hood and hissed violently toward fearless Misha standing protectively before her babies. Without room to retreat, courageous Misha spread her stance wide and blocked the path completely between the cobra and her helpless newborns. Cobra launched forward with blinding speed, but agile Misha dodged spectacularly and counterattacked instantly through the narrow cave. Again and again the venomous predator struck while Misha danced through the darkness with breathtaking speed and fearless precision. Then, like lightning exploding through the shadows, Misha launched herself directly onto the giant cobra and buried sharp teeth deep into its neck. The massive snake wrapped powerful coils violently around Misha while dust erupted across the cave during the brutal life and death struggle. Ignoring the crushing pressure completely, determined Misha slammed the cobra repeatedly against the stone wall until the predator weakened dramatically. Victorious at last, Misha hurled the defeated cobra from the cave entrance before rushing back immediately to comfort her trembling newborn kids. Time slowly passed, and the once fragile babies gradually developed soft silky fur resembling miniature versions of brave Misha herself. One quiet morning, a tiny kid finally opened bright innocent eyes for the very first time while gazing lovingly toward protective Misha. The playful young kid stumbled clumsily around the cave on shaky legs while patient Misha guarded every uncertain movement carefully. Soon Misha guided the timid young kids toward the glowing cave entrance where endless wilderness stretched beneath a brilliant blue sky. The young ferrets peeked nervously into the bright world while Misha sniffed the wind carefully, searching for hidden danger nearby. Suddenly a giant shadow swept violently across the ground as a massive hawk folded its wings and dived directly toward one vulnerable kid. Reacting instantly, heroic Misha tackled the terrified youngster aside and shoved the kid deep into a narrow rocky crevice for safety. The hawk's deadly talons slashed furiously toward Misha while enormous wings blasted fierce whines through her thick fur. Fearless and unshaken, Misha bared razor-sharp teeth and snapped aggressively at the giant bird despite the overwhelming danger. An epic battle erupted between the aerial predator and determined Misha defending her child against impossible odds beneath the open sky. At the perfect moment, Misha lunged upward fiercely and tore a massive feather directly from the attacking hawk during the brutal clash. Shocked by the savage resistance, the giant hawk finally retreated into the sky while victorious Misha kept watch until the predator vanished completely. Moments later, the frightened kid crawled trembling from the crevice and buried its face deeply into the warm chest of loving Misha. The brave mother wrapped herself protectively around the terrified youngster while endless maternal love radiated through the quiet wilderness. Seasons passed quickly, and the once helpless kids transformed into agile young hunters under the careful guidance of experienced Misha. Misha taught her growing offspring how to crouch silently through tall grass and stalk prey like invisible ghosts of the wild. One dangerous afternoon, Misha suddenly caught the scent of a starving red fox lurking nearby and immediately signaled her child to step back. The giant predator exploded forward violently toward the young ferret, but fearless Misha intercepted the attack before the fox could strike. A savage rolling battle erupted across the grassy field while Misha and the enormous fox collided with explosive force beneath the open sky. The fox snapped vicious jaws toward her body, but agile Misha slipped beneath the predator and bit fiercely into its hind leg. Growls echoed across the wilderness while Misha darted in and out of danger using speed, intelligence, and relentless courage against the larger enemy. At last the battered fox hesitated after meeting the fierce hunter eyes of unstoppable Misha standing proudly upon the nearby rock. Realizing victory was impossible, the wounded predator retreated slowly from the battlefield, leaving Misha and her offspring completely safe. Misha rushed instantly toward her child afterward and carefully checked every inch of fur for injuries beneath the warm sunlight. Time flowed onward across the wild landscape, and the once tiny vulnerable kid eventually matured into a fierce adult hunter equal to legendary Misha. Powerful muscles rippled beneath the thick fur of adult Misha, while sharp, intelligent eyes scanned proudly across the territory she conquered for survival. Standing majestically within the windswept grasslands, fearless Misha embodied the spirit of endurance, sacrifice, and unstoppable maternal strength.